Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Tap In Tristan. We got another Fit Lab 15 segment. Before we get into it, please make sure you hit that subscribe button and that bell so you get notified when we got some great content coming back for you. Really excited about this guest. This young lady is phenomenal young athlete and young lady. So I don't want to take up too much of her time. I'm just going to introduce her. We got Savannah Catalon. Talk to her.
Um, my name is Savannah Catalon, and I go to Legacy High School, and I'm a sophomore guard.
What sport?
Basketball.
Basketball. Yes. So let's go back to the early days of Savannah. Was it only basketball, or was you doing a couple of other things? Talk to us about that.
Well, basketball wasn't the first sport I played. It was actually soccer, but I didn't play it for that long. It was just like a start to like all the sports, and then I started playing basketball, and that's where I found my interest in a lot. So I just started playing for like the YMCA, and then soon enough I was playing select my third grade year, and ever since then I've just been progressing with my skill.
So you started kind of early on. Now, do you come from a family that's involved with sports? Do you have any siblings, or is it academics? Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, my whole family is athletics. I have two older brothers. They attend Arkansas University and they play football. So really, I just grew up around athletes. My mom played softball and basketball, and my dad played baseball and basketball. So
So it's kind of something that's already embedded in the family. So
yeah,
kind of naturally, would you say?
yeah, it's like natural.
So you come up in this family that's full of sports and everything like that. Did you feel like there was any pressure for you to play, or just something that you naturally gravitated to?
Uh, a little bit of both. I felt that since like everybody else was playing sports, I didn't want to be like the lone wolf or something like that, not playing sports. So I tried to like have myself find interest in at least one sport, and that was pretty much it. But also some pressure comes because my brothers like in high school, they were like the star on the field. So I felt like I had to like follow after them and be a star or something.
So you felt that was a little bit of pressure with that,
Yeah, a little bit.
a little bit. Well, it seems
Mhm.
like that you're doing very well with it. How do you balance that? Because this is unique. Not everybody has older siblings that are, starring in the SEC and starring in high school. What do you think allows you to be able to just do your thing?
I think what allows me to do my thing is just not focus on so much of the outside noise and just really just focus on myself and what I do and only focus on things I can control.
Beautiful, beautiful. Now, how's that family dynamic? Are y'all super competitive with one another, or are y'all showing each other love? What's that look like? Because it could get go either way. I've heard both sides.
Yeah, it's a little bit of both. Sometimes more of the competitiveness. So especially between me and my brothers, especially my older brother Kendall, he's probably the most competitive and always wants to find a way to compete in something that so I've like grew into that competitive mentality over the years. So we're more of a competitive family.
So that would you say that's helped shape you as an athlete? Then we'll talk a little bit about you.
Yeah, I think being like growing up around a competitive family, it helped me mentally and also like just develop as a athlete.
Yeah, absolutely. So now we're talking about basketball crossing over into these early years. Were you very good at the beginning, or was it like, man, I got a whole lot of work to do because this game is difficult?
Well, growing up, really, I had no shot. I would just like go to the goal and stuff. So like usually I was like bigger than everybody. You know how like because I was playing with the boys sometimes.
Okay.
So it was just like driving to the basket and just being like physically tougher than the people. But as I grew up, I had to learn how to develop more skill. And I started realizing that around fifth grade, like you can't like bully your way through, you
Yeah,
have to like develop skill.
you got to develop skill. Now, did you have any resources to help you around this time, or you were just kind of just doing your own thing? Who was helping you, if anybody?
Well, ever since the third grade, I had this one coach. That's the select team I started playing for, Coach Phil. He had played at the University of Texas Tech. So he had been like developing me with all my skill and stuff like that. He helped me with my shot and as well as just the basic fundamentals. And also my brothers will help me with my game too.
Absolutely. So now you're progressing. When did you start to recognize, hey, this is something that I really enjoy? And then what were some of the short-term goals that you had, crossing over into that middle school, going into high school?
I really started to find love for the game in sixth grade
Okay.
because before that I was thinking like I'm just gonna do this for my free time, but then I actually started to love the game. And then I set some goals for myself to just better myself in the game through seventh grade and eighth grade to get ready for high school.
Yeah, that's really beautiful. Now, how would you say balancing sports and your academics? How does that work for an athlete? Is it really difficult to do? And if so, how do you manage that?
Well, for me, it's not really hard, especially this year because I'm virtual. So really I can kind of space out when I do my schoolwork and then go to school for basketball. So virtually it's not really that hard because, you can space out things on your time.
Got you.
So
So
it's
that's
not
been
really.
that's been helpful for you during this period of time, which we'll touch upon now. So let's talk a little bit about your career, right? So
Mhm.
now you're kind of crossing over into this high school age. You have ninth grade, JV, varsity. What was it like for you when you crossed over into ninth grade? What team were you playing on? And did we have any success? Let's talk a little bit about that.
As a freshman, I was a starter on varsity. So really, I don't think a lot of people are like used to that. So that's a big jump from middle school to playing varsity.
That's
And
unusual.
yeah,
How did you
my
deal with that? Did you know that that was happening? Did you kind of see that shaping up, and how did you deal with that?
yeah, I knew that was gonna be the case. So that whole summer I just had to prepare, for better competition. And I had to mentally and physically get tougher. So it wasn't that big of a surprise, but I just had to adapt to a different change.
Were you successful? How did it go?
Yeah, I was successful. I ended up getting offensive player of the year my freshman year. And
Uh,
now as a sophomore, I jumped up to MVP. So
MVP.
yeah. And also I had hit 1,000 points as a sophomore.
So 2 years in, you're already at 1,000 points. You got accolades. You're one of the heralded players inside
Mhm.
of this region in Dallas Fort Worth area in this region. How does that feel? You know what I mean? How do you process all of this? Is the ego getting big? Is it what? Talk to me. This is unusual.
Yeah, it is. Honestly, I was just like really grateful when I found out like all the achievements I had, accomplished. So I didn't really know how to deal with it, but then I really didn't see it as like a big deal. It just kind of opened my eyes to like you can be something, like you can be great and stuff like that. So it's just motivation to keep working harder to achieve more.
And that's beautiful. And you are a part of the Fit Lab family, so you have been a Fit Lab athlete for quite a bit of time now. Let's talk a little bit about that aspect as a young athlete, the strength training and the sports performance side of it. Do you feel like that's beneficial, not just for you, but for like all athletes moving forward?
I do feel like it's beneficial, especially since like I do fit lab 3 times a week. So of course it's gonna physically make me tougher, but also mentally because sometimes I don't want to do the whole workout, but I have to, and it's better. It's helped me become a better athlete overall.
And what do you feel like it's been helpful for? Because you have Coach Fields developing your skill set. What do you feel like the strength training? And this is not just for you, but we're also trying to talk to some of the parents and the other athletes that will watch this. Why would you say it's beneficial?
I feel like it's beneficial because for me personally, it's helped me like defensively, like be
Okay.
more explosive and stuff. And it also helps on the offensive side. So really, I think it helps with, speed and it's like your overall like agility.
Yeah. So it just helps you with your overall athleticism, which ties
Mhm.
into your confidence. How would you say that your confidence level is now, did you ever feel like it kind of go up and down ever?
Uh, yeah, actually, freshman year, I had kind of had to develop more confidence in
Okay.
my game and just like trust myself. So I really think that my confidence jumped from last year, especially like that I had to like push myself more and just be comfortable of my ability.
Absolutely. So now you're starting to create your own lane. What's the family dynamic? They're seeing that you're doing very well. Are your parents, really tough on you, or they're super supportive? Because everybody's story is different.
It's a little bit of both. So my parents are really supportive, as well as my whole family. But when it comes to like basketball, they're always gonna try to make me be like a better athlete overall. So say after a bad game or something like that, they're gonna get on me, of course. So and that's just motivation, but as well it gets frustrating. So
Yeah.
I just look at it as just do better next time. You can't change what happens. So
So trying to learn, and
yeah,
continue to grow. So the family is helping you create that balance. Is that fair to say?
yeah, for sure.
So that's life. I mean, that's really life. That's sports in a nutshell and everything like that. So that's really important. So now you said that you was playing select. Was you playing high level? Because I know of probably that ninth grade. It starts to be very impactful for your recruitment. So tell us a little about the AAU circuit and what has been going on in your world.
Well, the AAU circuit, we actually play like really in big tournaments and big teams. And from select, that was like a big jump because select we weren't playing big tournaments and all that stuff. But from AAU, my first year was my freshman year, so it was kind of an adjustment, playing different, like more competition.
Mhm.
So it really helps you overall and helps you like see what your competition is going to be and helps you better as an athlete
Sure,
individually.
sure. Now, who are you playing with? What team are you currently playing with in the AAU circuit?
Team Lex Nation,
Okay,
Coach Joey's team.
Coach Joey, Adidas sponsored team, so they're one of the top teams, across the region and going across the nation. So not only are you a part of a high level team, you're playing against a high level competition. So how important is AAU for a young athlete in the basketball world, male or female, in order for them to go to the next level?
I think AAU is important in ways because that's where a lot of recruiters watch tournaments, especially those big tournaments. So that's the AAU is where you can like show out and get people looking at you for colleges and hopefully go D1, if not like D2. So
Yeah, absolutely. So a lot of people are trying to play to go to the next level and ultimately the highest level or create a lane for themselves with the game. So have
mhm.
you ever felt burnout? You mentioned you're working hard, you got balancing books. What I mean, sometimes your family is praising you, but sometimes they're getting on you with healthy criticism. Have you ever felt any burnout?
Not really, no, because I've always had this goal to like go to the next level. So I just I have the mentality to like don't let anybody kind of take you away from that and your goal. So
Yeah.
I haven't really felt any burnout from that.
Well, that's awesome. I mean, it's been really cool to witness your maturation on and off the court. And I can attest that you have a business-like mentality when you come in on and off the court, but you're a very caring and loving young lady. So you have found the balance that many try to find. And I just want to commend you for that. And I think that you're a great role model for everyone that comes to Fit Lab and even using this platform to see what success looks like and then the work that it takes to get there.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. So let's continue on that path. I'm very blessed to be a part of that. Let's put a bow on this. Let's give the parents and the athletes and really whoever's watching this. Let's give them some words of encouragement and advice from your standpoint.
Hmm. I would just say just focus on yourself and doing things that can better you individually and
Yeah,
just block the outside noise, you know?
concentrate on the things that you can control. Now,
Yeah.
one last thing, has the recruitment process started taking shape? Because I know they changed the process. You have any interest or you can't speak upon it yet? I think you have to hit a certain age and grade, correct?
Yeah, really, it should start this summer. It's like your junior year. It's usually the big year for all that.
For all that. So we have this whole dynamic with the COVID and everything like that. Do you feel like you've been being able to navigate through that
Yeah, pretty smoothly.
pretty smoothly? So yeah, you take it, you take all the situations as they come and have a really easygoing mentality, but a hardworking mentality. Let's keep that up.
I will.
And I really appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule to sit down with us. Again, everybody that's watching, make sure you hit that subscription and share this content. We've got a lot of beautiful content, and we just really want to just help everybody with this positive platform. So Savannah, once again, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Yes, and God bless. And until next time, we'll talk.
You too. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.